Welcome everyone to the Content Profit Challenge, where in as little as 5 days, we're going to change, or you're going to change, your business and your life. And we'll get started right after this. All right, folks, welcome. I have felt like a little kid at Christmas all day waiting for this to get here. I kept looking at my watch. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? And it's here. Yay. And you guys are here. And I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to have an outstanding time. You know how I do. I make these things fun, right? And when you play full out, okay, when you play full out on this, you can change your life and your business with what you're going to learn here, okay? Now, I sent you something just a little bit before we started, a couple hours ago, really, called Content Profit Bingo. Sometime over the next 5 days, sometime during each module, I'm going to give you a number or a letter, one or the other. I haven't decided which yet, okay? And your job is to unscramble them by the end of the week. Today I'm going to do 2. It's bonus day. Your job at the end of the week is to unscramble whatever that is, letters or numbers. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. And when you do that, you will get, just for being here every day, you will get a custom blog post on a topic of your choice created by me using my tools. Okay, so that is a pretty cool thing, and I did not want that up there yet. Okay, cool. Now, let's talk about bonuses, right? There's 2 involved here, and they are on the first page of your members area. In a moment, we're going to be looking at day 1. Back on the first page, there is 2 things there for you. There are 2 things there for you. One is a video, about 20 minutes long, called Repurposing AI, How to Get the Very Most Profit out of your content. And I take an article, and in about 20 minutes time, I think it's a dozen different ways we use AI to repurpose it. And a lot of that was instruction, a lot of that was teaching. Really, you can do it in about 5, 6, 7 minutes when you get used to it and know what to ask ChatGPT. And the second bonus is you get your very own Content Profit seat on my popular and successful, thanks to y'all, Content Profit show. That's where we'll get together, and in 20 minutes or less, we'll take a piece of your content and turn it into a profitable digital product. It'll be the fastest 20 minutes of your life and 20 minutes that can change your life, all right? So there's your bonuses. The link is on the first page to select a time. I've taken the whole week off from it because I want to focus on this. I'm giving you so much in 5 days. I didn't want my focus taken away from this. And go over there and do it, okay? Actually, the link is right down here. If you want to just use it, Content Profit Seat, whoops, over here. Content Profit Seat, jeffherring.com/profit. jeffherring.com/profit. Get yours. We're filling up November and December right now. All right, so welcome to the show. Today is day 1, and we're going to do the psychology of content profit and a quick win for you. Day 2, which is tomorrow. See how well that works? 1, 2. Day 2 is tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm going to show you how to make. The first time I did it, even before I wasn't even full time yet on the internet, I made $750 for 2 hours work. Okay. So if you're interested in making $325 an hour, that's tomorrow. Okay. And then Wednesday, day 3, see how this goes in order? 1, 2, 3. Day 3, we're going to look at something really cool. Okay. How to create many courses. Okay. That sounds weird. What I mean is MANY MINI courses, many courses. Okay. And I'm going to teach you how to, this is so important. And I really blew this when I was first starting, how you can sell them over and over and over again. It's so easy to create something. We'll talk about this more Wednesday. It's so easy for you to create something, for all of us to create something, sell it, do it, move on to the next thing, and forget about that one. No, 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 no. You need courses that are repeatable sales. Day 4, we're going to look at creating short-term memberships. Okay, short-term memberships. That way you bypass people's reluctance to join a membership. If it's short-term, they know it's ending. Okay, and then Friday, we are going to take 3 of y'all probably from the audience. Great to have you here, Chris. And we're going to do 3 demos on Friday. A demo on how to do each one of these things we're going to learn this week with a real life person. Now, I promised you 3 in 5 days. Actually, you're going to get about 6. Okay. One of them is happening today with the bonus that you can use this. The bonus one I'm going to do tonight, or the quick start one I'm going to show you tonight, is you can do it before your head hits a pillow tonight. You really can, right? And then, where was I going with that? Forgot where I was going. Okay, that's what we're doing today. Yeah. All right, cool. And so first we're going to talk about the psychology of content profit. And then, oh, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about the number of things you're going to get. That's one tonight. Tomorrow, you're going to get how to create a small group, task-focused mastermind. Okay, just one time you meet. That's all. Okay, can you do it more? Yeah, if everybody wants to. Sure, why not? And then you're going to learn how to create mini courses or mini courses. Then a short-term membership. Okay, and wait a minute, Jeff. That's only 4. Where are you getting so many from? Right? Where are you getting 6 from? I might have said 7, but I meant 6. Well, here's where we're going to get 6 from. I'm going to do basically a webinar, a live webinar for you guys right here in the group on Friday with 3 guests, taking their content and turning it into these 3 main profitable digital products. And this whole time, folks, thanks, Chris. This whole time, folks, watch what I do here. Watch how this is laid out. This is a great way to do a 5-day challenge. Okay, so let's dive into. Chris says, yay, that's where the magic happens. Yes, sir, you got that right. Let's dive into day 1. Go over here and set up the presentation, and we'll go here. Okay, you guys have seen enough of my face. Let's look at this thing and get this thing going. Okay, if you're ready to profit in the way I've talked about, just give me a yay or nay in the chat, please. Just give me a yay or nay. Okay, the psychology of content profit, what I'm calling the W.E.T method. Okay, and I'll be totally transparent about this. Okay, when I get to what that means. All right, we're going to talk about what the mindset is, not what it is, how to install it, and how to keep it. Okay, what it's not. It's not these 2 main things. Yay, Mark. Yay, Kim. Hey, good to see you, Kim. And you too, Mark, of course. So many people sit down and create a product, and they start throwing up all the limitations to themselves. Well, I got to start from scratch. And then they stay at that blank screen, stare at that blank screen for a while. Larry Burton just said, yeah, he's going to be one of my folks either Friday or sometime this week. He's one of my, hey, Tim, thank you. He's one of my great grads, done good, or great private clients doing well. Let me give you a little teaser on Larry. We've helped him put together a membership site, run a 1-week trial for it. Okay. And then people would just continue on or opt out. I've never seen this before. He got 100% opt-in rate. Okay, so we'll be hearing from Larry later in the week. That's what it's not. Plus, it's also not, I don't have enough content to create a product. Yes, you do. If you have 1 piece of content, you have enough. If you don't have any content, go find an email you've written. If you've never written an email, let's create something. You can do that during the week here, okay? And here's why. Every piece of content contains within the seeds for a profitable digital product. Let me say that again. Every piece of content contains within the seeds for a profitable digital product. It only takes one, kids. Now, we're going to get to the hard part or the heavy lifting, but it's really not. Okay, I'm just teasing. What it is, okay, is looking at, like I kind of alluded to that, looking at a piece of content and applying the WET method. Okay, the WET method stands for what else time. Now, if I'd have done the what else could this be question, what else could this be question, it's WECTB, and WECT is just not an easy to say acronym. Say it all with me, WECT. Doesn't really roll off the tongue, right? So I chopped it down to what else time, okay, the WET method. That means what else time is, how can I turn this into something more? Not only repurposing, and if you've been with me for more than about 30 seconds, you know I'm into repurposing. I'm talking about the highest form of repurposing. Repurposing a piece of content, whether that's a blog post, a video, a article, or anything else really, into a profitable digital product. That's what it is, okay? Now, here's how to install it. Now, those first two ones I told you about, right? This third one has to do with doing it. And we're going to be doing it this week, all week long. Okay. It's like anything else. I mean, I was a marriage and family therapist for 25 years. And I did it for, let's see, 94, 82. I did it for 12 years before I was a parent. And half of my group, half of my clientele was teenagers and their families. Okay. You can learn all about it. You can, it's like any marriage, the same thing. Until you do it, you don't really know. Right. So that's why this week we're going to have you doing this. That's the first part of installing it and doing it over and over and over again. Okay. The last part, how to keep it. Okay, now what a lot of people do, this is what happens like with goals as we move towards the end of the year. Okay, that's why I talk about goal setting and goal getting, because human nature is when we get a goal, we go, let's celebrate, I made it. And then stop doing all the great stuff that got us there, right? What I want y'all to do is the opposite. When you've met one of these goals, when you've installed this mindset, okay, the psychology of content profit, I want you to not only keep on doing what you've been doing, but do more of it and do it consistently. Okay, that is the path to success. To success. I knew I could get it out. Let me get a drink of water here. How do you keep it? I just said you do it over and over and over again, consistently. So many times I hear somebody say, well, I created one product and I only got 3 sales. So this product stuff, this course stuff, this membership stuff doesn't work. No, it works. You don't work yet. Okay. You don't work yet. And what I mean by that is you've got to do this consistently. In grad school, I played racquetball 2 or 3 times a week. Singles, cutthroat, that's 3 people. Doubles, my legs were like rocks. So I was in such good shape. Okay. And you can be playing racquetball, those of you that know this in other sports, and be so focused in and everything's being hit right and you're doing great. And then all of a sudden your focus gets a little bit off and you slam one into the ground. Okay. And our phrase with our group that did this was consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. So if you're writing stuff down next to how to keep it, right? Consistency is the key. Now, you guys are probably wondering, like a lot of people are, they've actually texted me or asked me in different ways, Jeff, you're giving all this stuff for free over a week? What the heck is going on? Well, I'll tell you. It probably should come as no surprise that there will be an offer at the end of this 5 weeks, right? And I'll drop pieces about it on the way, and then we'll do the whole thing on Friday probably some Thursday and then Friday. And you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking, putting this together, I thought, let's do something really weird. Let's do a piece of that offer in the first session, and let's do it at halftime because we're at intermission right now. Okay. Because we're going to be together no more than a half hour for all these things. Okay. So I'm going to put that link up there, contentprofitnation.com. It's my membership where we do what we're doing this week all the time. 37 templates, 15 or 16 courses, one meeting a month on creating a piece of content, a product from content, going behind the scenes of one of my shows and why did we choose this one, and then a Q&A. Okay, those of you that are already in it, glad you're here. This is the relaunch after this summer of profit that we did. Those of you that are a private client like Larry and others, you're already in this. If you're not in Content Profit Nation, I want you to go there. There's the link, contentprofitnation.com. That's all I'm going to say about it today. Okay. Check the comments here one more time again. All right. Art is watching on Facebook. Cool. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. Come on, drop for me. Drop for me. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you how to do right now, and you can make money with this before your head hits the pillow tonight. Okay. I'm going to show you a recent article that I created that did well. And then I'm going to show you how to turn it into what I call an action article workbook. Okay. An action article workbook. Now, what I've already done is I've already taken the article from the already published article, copied and pasted over here. But Jeff, can you put one up twice? This way, yes. Okay. So there'd be a graphic image in there. So it's the STOP method. Okay. Which stands for scrutinize your old content, tackle quality, not quantity. O, optimize your monetization strategy, and P, plan your next move. Okay. Now, how does this become an action article? Let me show you. Okay? Again, for sake of time, I've already put in 4 action questions at the end of this article. Okay. Now, there's the call to action on it, right? 21 streams of income from one article. Action questions, and I would make that bold before we go live with it. Now, these are questions, folks. Write that down. Action questions. These are questions, folks, designed to get people into action about what you've just talked about, what you've just done. Okay. Now, why in the world is that important? Okay. Who's going to buy more from you? Somebody who bought something of yours and made no difference in their lives, made nothing with it, or somebody that bought something from you and they made a lot of money with it and they want to make more and they want to work with you some more. Okay. These questions are designed to get people out of shelf help into action and do something about this. So let's go through these first 4, and then I'm going to add 1. Okay. So remember, we did 4 steps of stop, right? There they are again. Okay. In which of these 4 steps of stop are you the strongest? Or which of these 4 steps of stop are you the strongest? Now, why do I do that instead of ask you where are you the weakest? Because I want to start out with the positive. When I did marriage coaching and counseling, it's so funny to sit down with a couple and they both look like, oh my God, what are we doing here? Especially the guy usually. And the first question I ask is usually, so how'd you guys meet? Tell me the story. And all of a sudden they're talking about good stuff. Well, what first attracted you to each other? They're talking about good stuff. And then I always throw in a little humor. If I feel like it's appropriate and a fit, I would say to the guy, and you know what, just talking with you and you being here, I'm kind of guessing you have a drug problem. What are you talking about? I've never done drugs. Wait. You have a drug problem because you were drugged to this session. Okay. Boy, would that win men over. Okay. So we're doing the positive here in the first one. In which of these 4 steps of stop are you the strongest? Okay. Number 2, in which of these 4 steps of stop are you the weakest? Okay. I started to say, where are you the most challenged? And that just felt too politically correct for me because I can't even spell PC. Okay. In which of these 4 steps of stop are you the weakest? What do you know? Okay, I'm good here. I'm weak there. What do I do now? Question 3, which one will you work on first? Might be the one you're the weakest in, might be another one. Okay. Might be the second best. Good place to start because you only have to work a little bit to improve that because you get from the worst, you got a long way to go, right? Okay. Number 4, what's your plan for strengthening all steps of stop? And that goes a little bit deeper. Now they've got to think about, all right, how am I going to do all of these? What's my plan? And I could ask other questions like, what are some of the things we can predict that will get in the way, right? And then what's your plan for getting by those things? Um, yeah, I'm glad you're here, Catherine. The replay for this will be available in the members area where many of you are right now, right? Within seconds after we hang up. A couple people are asking for the stop. It's S for scrutinize your old content. T, tackle quality, not quantity. O, optimize your monetization strategy. And P, plan your next move. And then if you want to go deeper into this, it's at contentbyjeff.com. Okay, it's on the front page or the top of the half of the page anyway of my articles. Okay, so now, and let's see. Now, here's a question I always ask at the end. Would you like some help with this? Okay. You're invited to, yes, Content by Jeff. Okay. Contentbyjeff.com. You're invited. I was spelling so good. You're invited to visit, or spelling so well, and then you're gonna leave a link. Okay. I could invite him to be a guest on my show. I could invite him to Content Profit Nation. I could invite him to a course, a lot of things. So look what you're doing there, folks. From something you already sold, and we'll get into how to sell it in a minute, you're now making an offer. All right. So would you like to see how you can do this without a website? Yes or no? Yay or nay in the chat, or yay or nay in the Q&A. Would you like to see how to do this without a website? Okay, thank you for those. Now, there is a little known feature on Medium. Thank you for all those yeses. Catherine and Kim and Larry and more. Dana, another country heard from. Welcome, Dana. And there's Mark too. Okay. Now, there's a little known thing on Medium called unlisted articles. Okay. That way, they're not on your main page. They can't be searched. They can't be found except by the person that has the link you give them. Okay. With me? All right. How do you find that? Good question. I knew that was coming. Here's how you find that. All right. Up in the very top corner, I think this is called an ellipse, isn't it? The 3 little dots. I think it's an ellipse. I don't know. You click that. You come down here and you see where it says managed unlisted setting. Manage unlisted setting. You click that. Make this story unlisted. No. Yes. Your story will only be visible to those with the link. It won't be listed on Medium's public pages, your profile, homepage. Okay? Thank you, Catherine. And then you save it. and then you publish it. Now I would add, really you don't need to add tags here because it's not going to be searched, but I'll do it just because they're asking for it. Okay, what I want you to see most, publish and send now. Okay, now the only way you could ever see this article with the action questions would be with this hidden link. Okay, and notice I don't have a graphic in there yet. This is for demo purposes. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. And how do we turn this into a workbook? You follow that? What I just did, though, you make it a unlisted article. The only people that can have it or get access to it are the ones you sent the link to, and so you can even run it through PayPal. Set up the link. People click the link, and in PayPal you can send them to this link. Boom. Okay. Now, how do you make it a workbook? Everybody in here today, type in lines. It's not my private link, Kim. Sure, why not? Okay, everybody's saying the word lines for me. Thank you. Okay, because this is how you turn something like this into a workbook. You make lines. I bet all of y'all could do this. By the way, all y'all is plural for y'all here in the South. Okay, you just go like this. And people can answer the question here. You would turn this into a PDF that they could download and write on. Okay. And to make it even easier, kids, okay, do another one. And another one. And another one. And here I would say, after I send them to wherever they're going to go, that sounded bad. I would put in a couple more links and I'd ask something like, what's your biggest challenge or what's your biggest struggle right now? Okay. So from article to action article to action article workbook. When I first went online full time, February of 07, I sold these for $7 on my website. Now, did that make me rich? Well, kinda, not $7 at a time, but it was buying behavior. And folks, what do buyers do? They buy, right? Okay. And $7 is easy. People don't got to think much about it or ask anybody, and they get good value out of it. And the thing I really, really want you guys to get is this was created from an existing article. Okay. This was created from an existing article. Catherine, the lines to the workbook is just a place for people to write down their answer. Okay. It's just lines like in a notebook piece of paper where they'd write down their answer. Now, you can't do that here, but you can do it when you have a PDF of it. Okay. So that way you could add some questions to an article with some lines or a blog post tonight, put it on Medium under unlisted, and you can find that. I knew you would, Catherine. You can find that by going back through this because it'll be on replay in about 5 minutes. Use the PayPal account. They buy it. You send them that link. Boom. You could do that before your head hits the pillow tonight. And it will be so much fun to celebrate with those of you that do. All right. So you guys have gotten a tiny little taste of what's coming. Now, I usually don't look at notes, but I'm going to right now because I've got so much for you in this that I want to make sure I get everything. Okay, the content profit bingo. Today's number. Ready? Today's number, write this down. Today's number is 6. Today's number is 6. Okay? Write that down. We'll be back with more numbers tomorrow. When you watch every week, every day this week, you're going to get a certain amount of numbers, certain amount of letters. And when you decipher it into the word I'm talking about, the word I'm looking for, the code, okay, you get to yell bingo. And what you get is I'll create a custom blog post in the topic of your choice using my my behind the scenes stuff. Lee says, Jeff Gold, thank you. My pleasure, Lee, as always. Okay, now, coming up tomorrow, we're going to dive deeper into creating cool products for you. I'm going to show you how to make $750 in 2 hours, okay? And all you got to do is hang out with 5 people online for a little bit. That's really it, okay? As we close up, yay or nay in the Q&A, would you like to make $750 for 2 hours work? And this is one you can do this by the end of the week, okay? From time I thought it up to the first $750 from doing this was maybe 2.5 days. And folks, I wasn't even full time yet. I went full time on February 1st, 07, and this, I believe, was in January when I was still living in a hotel. Okay, you can do it that way. You can do this. All these yeses, heck yes, from Kim, Catherine, Dana, and Mark are all saying yes. That's what we're going to do tomorrow. Now, let me show you something here. Scroll down. Whoop, no, not there. Scroll down here. Look, this is where you can comment on today's show. Heck yeah, from Larry. You can also ask questions that I may not have answered or we didn't get to today. Again, a little tour of your members area. We're on day 1. All you got to do for each one we do is click on the day. And that's it. Okay. So thanks for being a great audience. I'm going to go run change and host a Halloween trunk and treat thing in my neighborhood. I know what's wrong with me if I don't have enough to do, but people, they're fun. And then we'll be back here in 167 hours. 160? No, that's a week. We're going to be back. We're going to be back here in 23 hours and 28 minutes. 23, 28. See you then. Until then, as always, go use this stuff. Especially now, because you could be making money from this first one before your head hits the pillow tonight.